show from Japan? I love this anime stuff.
It's beautiful. Very, very beautiful.
Yeah, you know what? You're so right, it is. Beautiful action sequences, high-tempo music, ooh, and tons of explosions. I love it. And the storylines, they're so complicated, the adults can't understand them. With the fast editing and all, and the... Oh, look out!
Thanks for your help.
Hey, no problem. Gundam Wing tonight at 11:30. Keep it weird on YTV!
Growing up, I had a whole bunch of mecha that I watched and enjoyed, Bubblegum Crisis, Giant Robo, Macross, but it wasn't until I saw YTV's bumper for Gundam Wing that I get really into mecha. When Gundam Wing made its way over to North America, it was a hit. YTV and Toonami saw amazing success with this series, and Endless Waltz was a TV spectacle that kids could expect to see for years afterwards. I really think Gundam Wing resonated well with North Americans, and Gundam Seed maybe equally so? I'm not too sure. I don't really look into DVD sales or stuff like that, but I do remember Gundam Seed being very popular and very accessible with anime fans during the early 2000s. And that was something that I really appreciated from the Gundam series of that time. They had their fair share of melodrama, but the plots, while deep, weren't too deep for a kid not to understand. I knew what I was watching was very different from the other anime of the time. Monster Rancher, Shampoo, Card Captors, Wolf's Rain, Trigun, all of these great series had awesome stories, but Gundam felt different. It was a monolith. And when I think of my top anime, even though these are maligned series, I always put Gundam Wing and Gundam Seed on that list. Gundam Seed Destiny is like the sun that I don't talk about, so let's not worry about that one. But Double O and IBO, while not as commercially successful as those other series, they were still really good. But because they didn't catch on, and because the anime scene had changed so much, it's no surprise that mecha and Gundam isn't popular today. I spoke with someone recently who said that their favorite recent mecha was 86, and that is a stretch. I know why people would say 86 is a mecha, but it's not. I totally blame this mentality on Code Geass. I like Code Geass, but I think the way that it implemented mecha into its story kind of laid the foundation for what modern mecha should be, which is where the robots play a super backdrop. So yeah, it really doesn't surprise me why people don't really fuck with mecha anymore, and IBO didn't feel like a Gundam series at times. While it was a really awesome show, it just doesn't have that sort of longevity. But let me say something for a fact. I truly do believe the Witch from Mercury is going to be something big. Sunrise is going in a really good direction by having a female MC this time around. We've had female leads before in stories like this. This isn't really anything new, but I also don't think this is them pushing an agenda or trying to fit in with the times. I want to get a strong female perspective this time when we're examining traditional Gundam tropes. War stories with women in the lead roles, for me, always feel so good to read because it does have a different perspective, it does have a sense of sensitivity to it, but it also shows that war is war, and when someone is pushed into a corner, you can expect them to fight. The art style for The Witch from Mercury looks really cutesy, and I think it'll fit in with today's want for something really glossy, fluffy looking with a lot of soft lines. I think Sunrise is right to continue to push Gundam in whatever direction modern anime is visually at that point. So I expect a lot of lens flare, a lot of fluorescent coloring, a lot of CGI, very fast pace. I expect an ensemble cast. I expect a lot of different highlight colored hair. I just expect a lot more fun this time around with Witch from Mercury. Gundam needs to freshen things up. They need to look at what makes Gundam popular today. People recognize the name, but they have no want or care for new IP. Is this the anime that's going to change that perspective? Is this the anime that people are going to want to watch? Is this the anime that people are going to compare any modern mecha going forward to? In a world today where everyone has knowledge of the internet, social media, and strong opinions about global issues, are you able to take that and compartmentalize it into something that's going to be digestible in an anime that traditionally was always ahead of its time with its portrayal of war? But with modern times, the viewers have caught up, so maybe we don't really feel that sort of connection anymore. Do we disassociate ourselves with Gundam and what its overall message is? I don't know. These are a lot of questions, and these are questions that I myself will be exploring. As of this fall going forward, I'm going to be covering The Witch from Mercury on my channel, and I'm also going to start looking back at older Gundam series as well, kind of see where they were at that time and how they impacted anime, and I want to see how those series compared with the immediate impact of Witch from Mercury. Let's hope this series goes somewhere great. I have high expectations.
But, you know, I mean, trying new things, it's always good. Trying new things like Gundam Wing, which we're going to be showing you. We've been talking about it for a while. Dragon Ball Z will not be airing today, but don't freak out. It'll be back again tomorrow where it left off. You won't miss anything. And we have 3 episodes of a brand new show that you get to vote on. You have the power to vote. So take the power, go to